Mankato, Minnesota. It is Larson Schultz out of the pen after one inning of Ennis Hayden. It's a fresh arm for the Larks, who turned to their 6'6", 230-pounder from Asheville, North Carolina. The Spartanburg Methodist College junior is tasked with holding on to this 5-run lead that has almost single-handedly been generated by the bat of C.J. Richmond with his 6 RBI and 2 home runs. You see what Schultz has done this year. It's been an up-and-down campaign for the kid through 12 1/3 innings of work. He'll likely be asked to pitch innings 7 and 8 here if he's going to be finding the zone. As the Larks are content with using as little arms as possible ahead of a hefty streak of games both on the road and at home. The Giants split a series earlier this week. Bismarck looks to be on the way to doing such again here, just on the road this time, but there's still plenty of ball to be played. The Moondogs have 9 outs to give. Search of at least 5 runs with some good pitching to force extras. I don't think they'd complain with anything more, however. The first task for Schultz will be Ward, the 8-hole bat, over at second today. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 10 for his first 42 in the Northwoods League. Walks to 13 strikeouts for the redshirt freshman from U San Diego. Quickly familiar with how fast number 27 likes to work from the mound. The second he's set, he's typically moving. The rhythm for the kid who takes on a .238 bat, who's driven in 2 in his 12th game as a dog. Ward, hard hit out into right, and he'll get down. What the doctor ordered for the Moondogs. That one sound waved off the turf before finding any leather of descent out in right. First hit of the day for Ryan Ward, who's now 1 for 3 with that single. Here's up a guy who's been seeing the baseball really well of late, Carter Vrabel. The average won't tell the full story. He's been heating up. He's 1 for 2 today. The lone out. A really hard hit ball to the warning track that was caught out and left by Vincent. That's a wild pitch. Free advance for Ward. Left-handed bat, right-handed arm out in scoring position, but Dogs will need much more than just that run of damage. Pick up a win tonight. You see Vrabel hitting .213. Entered this series hitting below 200. CV has been able to help himself out. White Bruce both batting gloves gripping onto the Rawlings maple, 33.5 inches. The length of his bat. Thought about swinging there, didn't. That's the man on your screen, Larson Schultz. No more strikes for Vrabel. Rips it foul. Vrabel keyed up. Nice get back out of the pen for Schultz, who after allowing a quick base knock, advancing him to second on his own doing with a wild pitch, is right back on track. But this one, that elevated height of the zone, Vrabel wanted all of it, couldn't get any. So there's quickly one down here in the bottom of 7. .88 miles miles an hour down the middle to Jake Dewar. 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Left fielder from Texas Christian University has the branded batting gloves. Purple trickles around his look, the sliding mitt in his back pocket, shin guard on the front leg. None of which need to be put to use on an uncompetitive miss there. Dewar only appeared in 1 game with TCU this spring. Communications major getting more valuable reps here with the Moondogs for a 2nd straight summer. Takes another strike over the plate. This one at 90 miles an hour. A couple extra from Schultz, who really gave it his all. Obviously, going to be twists and turns, peaks and valleys to any ball game. Get the feeling it's very important the Moondogs start to tack on some runs here, as all 3 came in a single frame back in the 4th. Dewar aware of the situation, swinging away. Splinters at foul. Spray to the right side. Richmond went for a pick. He's got backup. Dewar's going to have to hustle. He's there as it's in and out of the glove of Richmond. It's an error on the right side that allows Dewar aboard, pushes Ward over to 3rd. Keeps the inning alive for the Dogs, who with only 1 gone now have runners on opposite side corners, with Casey Sword looking for the same look as Dewar. He enters his AB 0 for 3 with a pair of Ks as well, but most recently struck one very well in the 5th. Just a couple of feet from leaving the yard out in right. Moondogs could use his hot bat right now. Sorg has been really good this past week. Really interesting story. He's a former number 2 second baseman in the state of Indiana's 2021 graduating class. Since going to Bellarmine, has been asked to transition to a role at first base and right field, as he's comfortable all over the right side of a baseball field. He said that he was always a smaller kid growing up. That's what had him stationed at second for the early goings of his career. But since he's been to college, he said he's grown at least an inch a year and has him now up to 6'4", 215. Makes more sense to have a frame like that on the corner of the infield. That's why he's been at first and sometimes out in right. As he swings at a matchsticks look, another well-driven ball out into center again. Won't get any run for it, but it should score a run with ease. It does. It's a jog in for Ryan Ward. The Moondogs have their first run scored since back in the bottom of the 4th on that sac fly. That does its job. Sorg knew the situation was swinging for the fences. Couldn't quite muscle it out. Still got it deep enough into center to bring in a run to score and cut Bismarck's lead down to 4. Still Dewar over at first after reaching on the error. Delamelier now up, who is 1 for 3 today. The big ground rule double in the 4th helped the Moondogs to their only lead. Didn't last long, however, as the frame thereafter, a C.J. Richmond 3-run bomb. The stories of this contest. Give the Larks their lead right back and extended with another 3-run home run for Richmond. Just had himself a series. 3 home runs in 2 days. I don't think anyone would ever scoff at that. Schultz has pulled that slider a couple times in this one. That was a good stop from Joey Barron. Not only to aid in pace and play, keep Dewar over at first, especially with a dangerous threat at the plate like Brody Delamelier here. To backwards K, third time the Lavalier's been put down on strikes tonight. The Moondogs bring in a run, but they still trail by 4 as we head to the 8th inning where Kazook, Davini, and Barron are due up for the Larks on the Northwoods League Sports Network.